this tutorial, we'll discuss the concept of grammatical number. Usually, you think of number as meaning, for instance, 1, 2, 3, and so on. When we study a language, we also use the word number in a slightly different sense. Here are some nouns. Now, the noun puella and matres, I could ask, what is the number of these nouns? And the answer is going to be, for puella, singular, and for matres, plural. Here's the point. The phrase una puella means one girl. Decem matres means 10 mothers. But if I asked you the number of the noun puella, the numerals associated are irrelevant. When I'm asking what the number of a noun is, the answer is it one or is it more than one? If it's one, the answer is singular. If it's more than one, the answer is plural. And so with all of these singular nouns, for instance, the fact that they're singular is something they share in common. But there's a lot of other facts about these particular forms that are completely different. Their number is singular, but their case could be very different things. Latin, in very ancient times, even before they started writing the language down, had a dual for all the nouns. That dual ending was O. And so if you had one slave, you might say unus servus. If you said 10 slaves, you might say decem servi. But 2 slaves was servo. This dual ending has been preserved in 2 words in the Latin language, not surprisingly, words that refer to 2 things. And so that's why you have an O at the word duo and an O in the word ambo. On to the plural. Just like singular, if a noun is describing something more than one of whatever it describes, we call that noun plural. And so if I ask you what number canes and puellae are, the answer is plural. It is also true that they have several other things true about them. They aren't the same declension, they aren't the same case, but they are both plural. We also use the concept of grammatical number for verbs. Singular verbs are singular when they have singular subjects, and so the nouns canto, dicis, and audit are singular. I am singular, you singular, and he or she are singular concepts, and so singular verbs. Plural verbs, plural because they have plural subjects. We is a plural. You plural, meaning more than one of you, and they is a plural. And so we also use that concept of grammatical number with verbs. Okay, now very important to take away from this little lesson is the fact that verbs and their subjects have to have the same number. And so the sentence ancilla cenam paravit translates to the slave girl prepared dinner. But because we have a singular subject, we have to have a singular verb. When we change it to plural, ancillae cenam paraverunt, the slave girls prepared dinner, because we have a plural subject, we now must have a plural ending on that verb.